Hello and welcome. You're watching Money9. I'm Sakshi, Batra, and this is Last Ticker Show, where we recap for you the entire market action of the trading day. Also, we will help you understand how do you approach the next day's trading action and what are the factors that will really move the markets in tomorrow's trading session too. We'll also wrap up the market action, telling you what really moved the markets today and which were the sectors and stocks that really buzzed in trade as well. So let's quickly keep an eye out on what were the factors that actually moved the markets and how did the markets really close. So benchmark indices, Sensex and the Nifty have had a continuous 3 days of gains while at close, and it's not just gains but record gains as well. The Sensex and the Nifty have actually closed at record high levels. You can actually see a 50,255 level at the closing end for the Sensex, 458 points of a jump. That's just under 1% of gains that actually we saw for the Sensex. The Nifty also managed to close at its record high levels, 14,789 with 142 points of gains. That's again a 1% gain for the Nifty as well. 3 consecutive days of gains and over 50,000, second time in a row that we have seen the Sensex hitting it in today's trading session. Nifty Bank, if you see, has actually been surprising the street with the kind of gains that it has been showing. It has outperformed the benchmark indices, 34,758, again a record high for the Nifty Bank on the closing level, 1.5% gains for Nifty Bank as well. The broader markets also have moved right in tandem with the benchmark indices today. 19,314 is the closing level of the BSE Midcap Index that gained about 263 points today. That's 1.4% up in trade, whereas the small cap index also moved higher by 1.5%, 273 points gains for the small cap index, and it closed at just under 19,000 in today's trading session. Let's move on to see how did all the sectors move in today's trading session, which were the sectors that really helped the index also rise in today's trading session. There on your screen, you can see the Nifty Auto right on top with 1% gains. Also, Nifty Financial Services up about 1.2% in trade. But the index that risen the most in today's trading session is the Nifty Pharma Index. You can see the names like Dr. Reddy's and Sun Pharma really pulling up this index higher by 345 points in today's trading session. Only FMCG and the Realty Index actually closed mildly in the red, and that was after the profit booking was seen in the second half of the trade. Other than this, the PSU banking space also has been rising high with 2.5% gains. That's the second best index or the sectoral mover that actually we have seen in today's trading session. It's the IT index that's also gained about 1% in trade today, and the metals have also been shining in today's trading session. Actually, you can see a 55 points gain for the metal index also in today's trade. Moving on, let's see which were the top gainers and top losers as far as the Nifty is concerned. The top gainers included names such as IndusInd Bank that rose about 7.5%, even at close 1,046 rupees is the last trading price of IndusInd Bank. We also saw Power Grid from the power space really shining for most part of the day. There's a 6% jump that we could see here. From the pharma space again, Divi's Laboratories back in action, 4.5% jump. That's 37.14. What kind of a gain we've seen? Spectacular gains, and it's been one of our favorite stocks in among all the investors and among all the experts who've been talking about this stock. Coal India and Dr. Reddy's, other gainers, topping the charts as far as Nifty is concerned, 4.5 to 4% kind of gains over here on both these counters as well. Moving on to the red part of the screen, that's the top laggards on the Nifty. You can see the heavyweights like Shree Cement and Ultratech Cement now seeing a whole lot of profit booking on the higher levels. A 1.5% loss over here for both these stocks. UPL also was down, trading down 1.5%. Grasim again was losing in trade with about 1% loss. Maruti Suzuki down about 1% also in trade today, pulling down the Nifty index in today's trading session. Let's move on to see how did the new listing of the day performed. When you see Home First Finance Company has entered the stock markets, it was its debut day. There was an expectation of a jump in the listing or a jump in the premium over the issue price, and we did see about a 20% uptick right in the opening levels, as and when the stock got listed at 10 a.m. this morning. However, when you actually see it towards the close, a whole lot of profit booking took place, and it actually settled just about 2% up over the issue price of 518 rupees. So Home First Finance Company has also entered the stock markets for all the new IPO watchers for this moment as well. Let's also see the primary space as to how it is buzzing. The IPO market is again back in action. as Brookfield India Real Estate Trust. That's the IPO that is opened for subscription today. It is the day one. It has subscribed 6% until 3 p.m. today. After this, like until tomorrow and day after, there will be 2 more days for all of you who wish to subscribe to this IPO. Now, you can actually tune into Money9 and log on and find out what are the experts really talking about this IPO as to whether you should subscribe to this issue or not. There are 2 more days up for you for this as well. Let's also figure out how did the markets really perform. What was the market wrap like today? Now, you can actually see the Sensex had jumped over 700 points intraday to hit a fresh all-time high of 50,526 levels. Now, the Nifty also made a fresh peak intraday at 14,868 as well. Now, most of the analysts who we spoke to on Money9 do believe that bull roar in the market will actually continue even going forward. For all of you investors who've been looking at what kind of upside can you actually expect in the markets going on from here. The budget 2021 has indeed provided this fresh trigger into the markets and changed the dynamics of the markets really. 3 consecutive gains, day of gains, as well as the record high level performance that we've been seeing right from the opening tick until the closing level as well. Now, FIIs have also embarked on the fresh spell of buying in the Indian equity indices. You could actually see in the run up to the budget, we were seeing that the FIIs had turned net sellers, but in the last 2 trading sessions, we've again seen some buying action from the foreign institutional investors in the Indian equities. Let's also focus on what are the factors that you need to keep an eye out on for tomorrow's trading session. Remember that the RBI's MPC's 3-day policy meet is underway. It began yesterday. It will continue until tomorrow and day after as well. And we'll be able to see, what kind of the decisions are made as far as the interest rate goes from the MPC's portfolio. There is a large expectation of a status quo, but we'll help you understand and decode what the RBI's policy would actually help you to understand how will the things impact your wallet as well as far as the interest rates are concerned. There's also going to be Q3 earnings that you need to keep a watch out on. Today, the 88 companies will be reporting results. Tomorrow, again, there'll be a flurry of results that you will have to keep an eye out on as well. And the FII inflows will be important to track as well as far as the momentum and the direction of the markets goes. Let's quickly keep an eye out on which are the Q3 earnings that will be coming out tomorrow so that you can understand which will be the companies that will be in focus tomorrow. So the banking space will be in focus because State Bank of India will be up on the radar because of its Q3 earnings. Hero MotoCorp from the two-wheelers pack will be an important number to track as well. From the power space, NTPC has been rising today right ahead of its earnings, and that will be an important point to track as well. Adani Power, Arvind, also Ipca Laboratories, PFS, Suzlon, Tata Power, Trent, Z, as well as TTK Healthcare, V2 Retail, Whirlpool, ICRA and Kalpatru Power. All of these important numbers will also be coming out in tomorrow's trading session. So that's it for right now. These are the factors that you need to keep a watch out on. It's been a tremendous day again for the equities and for the investors as well. We'll just have to see and wait and find out if the momentum for the markets will sustain from here on. Thank you very much for tuning in.